21, invasive. This is the Dragon Egg Meditation Part 3. It just cut out after an hour. I didn't even have to stop it. Got that weather strain in good. Invasive is where you can. This is the dimension of alien implants and astral technologies. It's also where your boundaries are. Senses, you can put senses in invasive. I like to keep them separate, but whatever. This is your skin, your integumentary system. This thing called skin, it's not there because you're just in a gross body, you guys. It's there for a reason. Keeps things out. Invasive. Skin, nails, teeth, hair, pubic hair, underarm hair. Your invasive system is a protection mechanism if it's healthy. If it's not healthy, it's like having ingrown hairs or teeth that rot. If you have a bad invasive system, it's because you're probably invading another territory, i.e. Mother Earth. As my invasive system heals, my impact on the planet heals too. So when we start Malkuth, we go dimensions 11 to 20. Man, it's getting bright outside. I'm gonna close that. From dimensions 21 from dimensions 21, it's still really bright. There we go. From dimensions 21 to 30, we're doing Yesod. Probably 32. We'll figure that out. This is where we build vortexes. And invasive. So it's like astral world energy. So it's all Yesod. So get 21 invasive dimension put into the egg. And then if you want to just go bucket the rest of them, you can bucket them and then do them individually on your own time. So you go 22, 23, 24. It doesn't matter if you don't know it yet. I'll have the pearls up soon. 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, and 32. I'm going to reevaluate and distinguish if it stops at 30 or 32. Okay? After weather, we're going to do Ensof, so layer in Ensof between you and your mate, your twin. But first, do the Helm of Awe, weathering snow. So bring the snowflakes down into the egg. It should just look like the Helm of Awe between you and your mate, your twin, and going down below. That Helm of Awe is to keep you in the now. Keep you in the now. Keep you in the now. You may actually feel the chill. And you might actually make it snow. You're really good. On the snowflake obsidian, I have the magic of forgiveness. Because when you can bring in that Christ-like snow into the now, through the black rays from Vina, it's like bringing in grace and quiet and peace. It's a different type of healing. Believe me, the more powerful I get, I'll just start doing this to the planet. If I have to put everyone to sleep on this planet, I will. The ones that want to be awake will be awake. I have at least in the astral planes, I have the power of sleeping dragons. I'm a dragon keeper, a dragon whisperer, do you understand? So if I can make them go to sleep, I can make a bunch of humans go to sleep too. And break some curses and clean things up. I'm feeling the snow really getting in my feet. This is good. My rule is this: boundaries before compassion. Gebera before Yesod. So once I have the power in Gebera, then I can start being nice. But not before. My priority is to save a planet from a bunch of stupid people. So that's my boundary. Once I feel like I'm able, I can start doing it in more graceful ways. It's a very high Kabbalah teaching. I want to say, hi Kabbalah. It's on the lower end of the real Kabbalah. It's like actually acknowledging that Kabbalah exists. Hi, Kabbalah. Okay. This is the rule. A bunch of cops want to control me. What God will end up doing is turn me into Jean Grey. Their resistance and their controlling trigger my self-defense mechanisms to grow something more powerful than them. That's an ascended master. Until I am recognized as an alpha, that they're not in the right. So what happens? They get turned into ash. And that's just the avatar state. When they are listening and obedient, we can work together to create a better world. Believe me, the psychic energy is out there. Next. Until they don't exist. Snow. Thank you. Next, reevaluating that invasive dimension. Talk about invasive dimension. Your entire psychic body. All the thoughts that you hear from other people. All the projections. Everything. All the inner demons. That can't be healed through invasive. But you having to deal with other people's stuff is. Other people getting in between your relationship with your twin, invasive. Okay, that's better. If it's a kid, it's probably not. The kid is usually there to heal it, especially if it's supposed to be born between the two of you. All right. And I mean the spirit of a kid. Could be the spirit. All right. The black top, and then we reevaluate the Ensof. My stuff is coming up. Bring it between both of you. Good. And now, you guys deserve one thing. Let's go to 22. Vortex recognition. So here we start with vortexes. I'll read it to you because I'm just downloading it now. This is the beginning of sensing vortices. You will either sense, feel, or see or hear them. At this point, you can send your energies into the vortex for a download and bring it back into your body. Vortex often has a wah, wah, wah sound that goes with the spinning. So usually vortexes are like this. Oh, this is perfect for our animal medicine wheel, which is a vortex, you guys. Wah, 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 wah. So it's a wah, wah. It usually goes like this. That's where you know a vortex. Visually, many open through clouds in a triangular pattern. So if you look at the kids video with the egg of the ether element, that's a vortex dimension 22 influence, okay? Wah, wah, wah. Your higher astral bodies are better when they're integrated into your bone instead of just your brain. So let's ground it in and then keep it that. Now, let's use the black goo and bring that in too. This is the black tar heroin. Charlie loves this one because it grounds you. Grounds me. It resets a lot. And it also clears up delusion. It quiets the psychic energy. Starts to make the astral energy thick. And I feel, I go, I would do dimension 23 right now, but maybe we'll get up to it in Hode. We will get all, this is dimensional mastery. We will get all of the dimensions in the 144 spectrum in this class. It will take 3.5 years. And many of you may do this in 2-month increments instead of 1 month. This is an Ascended Masters class. You are expected to do service work. You are expected to do slava. These are low bars. Mastering slava. Mastering service work. Even my dragon goes, I'm not a master of slava. Understand. Lucy is a master of Slava. Get dimension 22 in. Spiral through. Get the black tar in, spiral through. I love Star. And I love Dimensional Mastery. And I pissed on it. Because I go, there's no way that any of this can be done in a month. I mean, even they were like, oh, this is just the activations. You won't integrate it for another 5 years. We get 7. Kabbalah 99 and Kabbalah 99 and 3/4. I like to teach things at the integration speed. Star likes to Shakti people. A lot. Mine feels like the left-hand path. Hers feels like the right. You decide. Okay, that's good. Okay. Maybe you guys deserve 23. I feel Star coming through. Even this is crap. This is light glitter. It's only a crap version of 23. Understand that. It's all crap until you're master of it. All right. Vortex amplification. I'll read it in Hode. So this is you being able to amplify an already built vortex. Manipulate it. You can feel, it does not feel as certified as dimension 22. Keep stirring. The proof is in the pudding. Sucks. It just feels like glitter being thrown everywhere. All right. Protego totalum the egg again into the grid. Try to make it finer if you can. Stronger, finer, more grounded. With the goober anchor balls at the vertices of each cube, finally I've let go of the vanity around what I'm saying. Nobody cares. The only people taking this class are Ascended Masters. Okay. salviohexia this egg. So beehive it. We have some willies to free. Feel star sacral coming through. That's red. Bring in the light. Just so you guys understand, if Star was the right-hand path teacher for the planet and I was the left-hand path teacher for the planet, you guys would be like, whoa, this is doable. There's hope. A lot of it. You got Inga. Doable. Selena. Not doable. That's princess shit. Zavi, doable. All right. That's salviohexia. Make sure the god's intelligentsia comes into it. Black with blue sparkle dust in the pearlescent cum. And then put the dragon yolk in again. You should start to feel, whoa, I'm connected to my twin. It's in the belly. It's in the sacral chakra. There we go. The Antoduri with all the purple grapes. And I'm feeling my belly going. I'm over all my rape shit. The sacral. All the god rape shit. I'm over all of it. That means I might be. And then my back still says, nah, I'm still in it. So let's figure that one out. Remember, you have 2 sides to each chakra. Okay, I'm getting over it. Sometimes rubbing that chakra clears it better. I'm over all the rape shit. It's better to have a stronger Yesod. Stronger sacral chakra. And my front just says, I'm under it again. How to be over it. Alright. I think this is the best I can do. My front says I'm over it. My back says I'm over it and under it. That's balanced. So it's either, that's polarized in a healthy direction. Alright. That's it for Kabbalah 99's Yesod. Let's see if we can make Kabbalah 99 3/4 better in a decade. Close enough. All right. Heal it. Heal it. This means you literally don't even step on a bug. Stepping on a bug is raping a planet. Understand. Every piece of paper. Rape. Do you understand? Clean it up as gracefully as possible. Gratefully as possible. Okay. All I'm hearing is this girl is crazy in an ascended master kind of way. Okay, next. Make sure all those grapes are in the below. If you guys are not going to do it, then the rest of the planet's definitely not going to do it. Starts with the ascended masters first. Unless you're Alden. No pun intended. Good. Next, Repello-Muggletum. Repello-Muggle time. Get it? White X's throughout the entire egg. This should be going through your tail as well as your bum. Should be coming out of your asshole. That's where I knew I was good. was the first white X to come through my vagina. What that was right after I started the dragon magic. I anchored it in a rutilated quartz. Make sure that shit was gonna be anchored in. Rutilated quartz is really good for letting go of old things and making sure that there are bridges between you and your old stuff. Blocks. So that you don't reinforce the same pattern over and over. All right, Repello squib time. Tum. It's tum also, like tummy, like your sacral chakra, like your birthing magic, right? Repello squib tum. Remember, red seeds of the sacred tree in all directions in this egg. You and both your twin. And when you get really talented, you'll go from a 144 grid spectrum to a 1728 grid spectrum to then a 2736 grid spectrum, and that's where it gets real fine and dandy. So what it looks like is, instead of cartoony things, it looks more like 3D animation that looks very real. That's more the 2736 grid spectrum versus the 144 looks like Disneyland. And then cartoon, sloppy, but it's still there. It's easier to go from 0 into a 12 grid spectrum to a 49 to a 144 than it is to go from 0 to a 2736 grid spectrum. So sometimes when you make a magic, you start in the Disneyland sector, and then you make it into the 3D animation spectrum, and then you get really fine. And it goes 248, 832 grid spectrum. That's where I'm at. In my physical body. So if you want to increase the grids, you can do it. All right. That's vortex amplification, by the way. Dimension 23. You go from a 144 vortex into a 1728 vortex into a 2736 bit vortex into a 248832 vortex. Do you understand? It gets bigger. It's better to have it accurate first, and then you get bigger. Some of the biggest vortexes are set up at tourist sites or national monuments. So, like the Tor is the new vortex we have set up. This is about as sacred as you will ever have in your life. It is there to heal deep twin flame karma and drama. And it is protected by the elven realm. and more. If you need a healing, it is your job to get to Glastonbury and go to the tour. You should do it with reverence. You should leave a gift there too. And give gratitude to Lucifer and Dino Star. Vortex uses, you can add energy. A table-sized vortex can be expanded to 500 yards. So that's vortex amplification. Vortex uses unused energy to maintain lineage, heritage, consciousness. What does that mean? Use unused energy to maintain lineage, heritage, consciousness. All I'm hearing is how the Mayan lineage works, the Druid lineage works, the bridge, the Druid bridge that was built into the Andromeda galaxy, the DNA bridge. Okay, I'm going to download a much clearer understanding of that before Hode. Amplifies inspiration and connectedness. Well, that's very clear. I will get a much clearer definition soon for the uses unused energy. But as far as I'm concerned, it's probably using all this sterile energy left over from the humans that do nothing all day long. Except watch TV and fill their gullet with potato chips. How do I make that into a sacred practice? Already begun. All right. Repello and Nimicum, making sure that egg is sealed. On the outside. We haven't even begun, right? I will do a Yesod. We haven't even begun with the egg scales on the outside. Next, intelligentsia. Heart center, love, light, portal vortex through the night. And then soul, the purple sparkles. I usually like to do the spells at least 3 times over. Do it. Just real quick, one more time. Go Potato Totalum. This is exhausting. Yes. You know what's also exhausting? Watching you guys never change. Exhausting picking up the cigarette butts you guys just stepped over. Salviohexia. If you feel like you've demolished your twin, good. They shouldn't exist. They should just be you. Fiantoduri. Repello muggletum. Repello squibtum. Pello inimicum. Intelligentsia. Heart Center Love Light. Portal Vortex Through the Night. And Soul Sparkles. There we go. Now, through the main DNA spine, or the three, we are going to porcupine them into the central column spines. We've already done this. Who cares? We're going to make sure that octahedron is set and good. We have not done that. So the chords go up, and the chords go down, and then they bridge up, and they create the octahedron around. We'll do one octahedron, but we should do 3. This is nothing. You can do a third. You can do 3 in your head in 5 minutes. Be really smart to put the Protego Totalum jelly on it, and the Salviohexia jelly, and the Fiantoduri jelly, really on each octahedron. Really smart. So an egg encased in 3 octahedrons, with each of those spells layered all over on the outside of each octahedron. Here's the fake God teaching. Most of you guys are living such delusion that you're protected by God. Prove it. That's why Lucifer exists. That's why he calls God fake God. It's not in the flesh. It prevents you guys from doing work, and it keeps you guys lazy. Real God exists in being able to do things in the flesh, where it matters. So only where it matters. Literally. Star has the best teaching on this. It's like the material plane is where it matters. That's why it's material. You guys are so concerned about saving your souls. Your souls are at the bottom of your feet. This physical life is what matters. But you'll like the Shaddai Al-Chai video. Lucifer is there to break you guys out of spiritual delusion. That's why he's God's best friend. The right hand. So you guys don't get airy-fairy. Having an etheric wing is a demon wing. Doesn't matter yet. This doesn't mean to shy away in always just trying to survive. Like, that's a shit quality of life too. Cowering, just staying timid, living always in the safe, comfortable split spaces. That's not the answer. It's about making this life matter. Your death matter too. At the worst. And if you're smart enough, you can actually learn how to transcend it. If you're lucky. It's not going to be from alien implant technology put in your brain, let me tell you. All you fucking lazy assholes who think that's the answer. That's soulless. Should have your octahedrons built. If I haven't triggered every single one of you. The 3 people who will watch this. Octahedron's good. All right, exoskeleton wire. We're only at 56 minutes. We got about 10 minutes to go. This is fine. Exoskeleton wire on the outside of the octahedrons going clockwise. Encasing you and your mate, twin. Okay. Is this black? No. I'm hearing the question. Is this black magic? No. It's healing. What your twin is doing by staying dumb, that's black magic. Do you understand? That's blackmailing you. Sorry. Sometimes I check out because I'm running dimensions. Keep going. Now, we're going to do the Yesod grape goober jelly petri dish lotus. And you're going to take this lotus, it's Yesod. It's Yesod. That's all I'm getting. And we're going to plug it into the spinal column. And it's going to bleed throughout the entire egg and go all the way up to the top of the egg and all the way down to the bottom of the egg. Okay, that feels good. And then it's going to build the dragon scales on the outside of that exoskeleton going clockwise. That's great. All right. When you feel the dragon scales going through, completing, maybe you should do a masculine layer of the dragon scales around Yesod. It should be thicker and a little more brown. All right, through the DNA central spine, or the DNA wrap, porcupine it, or the 3, through the dragon scales, like needling through each dragon scale, and then creating the mithril metal mesh weave around it. Okay, that might heal the twin flame shit too. Keep going. Cleaning that up. All right. Then the pearlescent goober on the outside with some black spots to seal all the holes in. Highest karmic good, God's sperm, same thing. God's semen. If anybody's taken light language. Okay. Porcupine that metal mesh for another layer. And then we're going to do black goo. We've already done it, doesn't matter. Get another layer of that metal mesh. I'm just going to say, that's how lacking in Bina everybody is. Okay. Black goo on the outside. And then another metal mesh. And then we're going to do purple grape jelly on the outside of that one. I've got a treat coming up for you guys. This is where it gets beautiful. And then we go another metal mesh layer, and it's the carmine red. Dark, deep burgundy carmine red. And it feels a little tacky, like taffy. And then we pray that the mermaids help us and let us. We use that mermaid green, phthalo green, powder dust, and we put it on that carmine red. If it pops your egg, you need some karma clearing. You build it again. You acknowledge that you have some work. That phthalo green. Yeah, I will protect the ocean with my life. Like that. Like that's the level of service. Or something better. My kids' lives too. And maybe the mermaids are like, yeah, that will help. That might do it. Now, that phthalo green. It burns. It creates an acid burn. Creates a chemical reaction. Turn that carmine red into a candy apple, beautiful glass polished egg. Candy apple red. It looks like a candy apple encased in about an inch of clear goo jelly that's pristine and it's smooth. Where do I do the trees? And then we have the wood pop out of it throughout the egg. And it creates a giant circular tree of life. And it starts with winter, the bare tree. Then it goes into spring. New growth and new healing all around protecting this egg. And then it goes into summer, to full bloom. And then it goes into autumn. And then all the leaves fall and then stick on to all that clear goo jelly. And then it goes through another cycle. And then another cycle. Another cycle. Reconnect you to Earth's cycles. Year after year. Seasons. When I first did this, I cried. I realized how much I had been limiting myself. You are to be protected from with Earth's cycles. Season after season. If you're really good, you'll have bugs, and butterflies, and fish, and tigers surrounding your egg too. A whole ecosystem, an ecosystem, an egg with an entire system of life and death, or birth and death. The whole system is life. I'm not keen on semantics, though. We all know what it means. All right. And we sprinkle some fairy dust on that. Turn it into encase it fully in glass, glass clear goo. And then we put the invisibility Peruvian darkness powder on it, which is a phthalo blue. That's Prussian plus phthalo blue. It keeps you invisible. Everything in the egg invisible for other people. Not the dragons, they'll see it. And then we sparkle it with some red dust that you're collecting from my candle of initiation. Red sparkle dust. To keep it going and growing. In the world of action. Red. All right. And then we ask Lucy and Dino Star, the great goddess dragon and the great god dragon, of the hell and heaven realms, to light up our egg on fire. You should feel the heat